one of the most loving and kind people that you've ever known. She was always interested in other people rather than herself. When she saw something, she didn't want it for herself, but she would want it for me or for someone else. And from the time that she was born, she said she was going to be a school teacher, and ever since I can remember. And I said, I'm not going to be a school teacher. But what did I do but be a school teacher?
Came right behind her, do you?
That's right. I went to the Georgia State College for Women, and I waited on tables, and one of the tables that I served were teachers from the practice school. And then they were very strict, and we couldn't leave the campus only with adult supervision. And those teachers could take me downtown and shopping to get the little things I needed. And they were so kind to me, and I just loved them so much, and I enjoyed them, and so that made me know that I did want to be a teacher.
A teacher. Now, did Charlotte go to the same school?
Yes, she did. It was called Georgia State College for Women when we went, but of course it's Georgia College and State University now.
So down in Milledgeville?
That's true.
How about that?
Did you guys grow up here, or did you grow up somewhere else?
Did I what?
Did you grow up here or somewhere else?
Oh, I grew up here. I was born in Cherokee County in Woodstock, Georgia. But I moved to the place where I'm living when I was 17 months old, and I don't remember, of course, moving. And I have lived there all the rest of my life.
How about that? Now, Charlotte, likewise, was she born in Woodstock and
Yes,
Cherokee?
she was.
And
It was at Kellogg Creek.
how about that? And then you've lived in this Ackworth area since that time.
Yes, I have.
Wow, you've seen a lot of changes.
Oh, I have indeed.
Lots and lots of changes.
What have you thought about the school so far?
We haven't seen much of the school yet, but we're going to take a tour in a minute. She just got to see the front door. Did it look like you thought it was going to look?
Well, it was even more beautiful than I had thought it would be. I knew it would be beautiful, but I just think it's beautiful.
Did you, it's so neat, I think, to have the schools named after people. And I think especially in this case where both you and Miss Charlotte were educators and were teachers, I think that means a lot.
Well, I certainly appreciate it, and Charlotte would be so happy.
Now you told me you taught first grade.
Yes, she taught all the way up and down. She taught first grade, fourth grade. She taught high school. She was a history major. She taught history in high school. She taught English, and then she went back to school and got her degree in counseling, and she was a counselor at the last.
Yeah, up at North Cobb, right? At North Cobb High School.
Yes.
And so did she like those older kids or younger kids? She just liked them all.
She just loved children. Now, she loved the little children, and she was big and husky and strong, but whatever the little children got, she got it too. And I was little and scrawny and skinny, and you'd thought, well, I would be the one that would get it, but I could throw it off better than she could. But whatever the children got, she got it, and she just loved. She loved all ages. I don't know that she could tell you whether she liked little people or older people, but she also liked adults. I mean, she taught a Sunday school class, and she just liked to teach.
Yeah. You got other questions,
Yes.
Miss Tabitha?
There it is. What made you and your sister invest so much into this school? Or I guess what I'm asking is, how did they get their name for the school?
Yeah, the process, do you know about the process of how the school was eventually named after your sister, or how all that came about?
Well,
I know a little bit, but you may know more than I do.
The rules in Cobb County say that you have to, I think you have to be dead for 3 years.
Mhm.
And then somebody has to submit your name. And so the retired educators really put forth, they submitted her name. And when there were 3 schools that were going to be named, and one of them was the primary school at Ackworth, and one was the middle school at Ackworth, and I can't remember where the other one was. But anyway, we went to all those schools, and they went through the process, and she didn't get any of those, and so then all at once they called and said that the school had been named for her. So this was at another time.
Right.
So I don't know exactly how.
I think once I had the opportunity to serve on one of the naming committees for one of the other schools, and I think once a name is submitted, it's always considered for those schools plus future schools. And so they look at those names and the information in a committee of parents and community members, and people come and share about the person, and they look at that information.
Well, Marie Smithwack, that is a neighbor of mine, somehow she was on the committee. I don't know how she was on the committee, but she knew about it, and she was so happy that it was being named for Charlotte. I really don't know. I mean, I know the first time all the things that we went through to go to all those schools, but
well, between the two of you, Charlotte was in education how many years? 44 years of teaching or being a counselor, and you were a teacher how many years? 43. That's 77 years of educating between the two of you. That's amazing, and a great, great thing. I have a question. If you were to pick 2 adjectives to describe Charlotte, what would those be? 2 words that would have described her.
Loving and compassionate.
She loved all those children and students, didn't she?
That's right.
But I also heard she didn't let them get away with anything. Is that right?
Well, no, she was, she towed the line, and she expected the children to toe the line, too. I mean, she didn't ask them to do anything she didn't do herself.
Right.
But,
I heard that about her.
She believed in doing what was right.
Absolutely. Absolutely. I know that both of y'all made a huge difference to lots and lots and lots of boys and girls in this Ackworth area.
Well, I certainly enjoyed it, and I had a little boy come to visit me recently, and he said that he paid me the nicest compliment that I could have asked for. He said that even though I had so many children, and at that time I would have 50 and 60 in the room at one time.
Wow.
And he said, even though you had so many children, you treated everybody equally. And that, I didn't want anybody to say that I was better to one than I was to another. And so I was indeed grateful that he felt that I shared with him, because that was a real good feeling to know that he didn't feel left out.
Right. Now, did you and Charlotte ever teach in the same school?
Yes, we taught in Smyrna together.
Okay.
And in Ackworth.
Both places. Tabitha, before you came in, Ms. McClure was saying she was teaching, and they not only would have to teach, but had to make sure that the fire was built in the coal heater to keep the students warm. And so it was their job as the teacher to not only teach, but to make sure that there was enough coal in the fire. But Ms. McClure said sometimes she got so busy teaching she forgot to check it, and the fire went out, and they had to use extra kindling. I said, that's a lot different from today, isn't it?
Yeah.
A lot different from today.
And you had to buy gloves to put that coal in to keep your hands from, and we we made $50 and $60 a month, and so it was kind of hard to
Sure.
have enough money to buy
To buy gloves.
cold gloves and so forth. with.
Were there other jobs you had like that as part of being a teacher? Keeping the fire going, teaching, what else was a part of that?
Well, also was keeping the lunchroom clean, mopping up and cleaning up after there are a lot of spells and so forth with first graders.
Sure.
That was just part of your duty to help keep everything
Yeah.
clean.
And schools probably have, I know they're certainly a lot larger now than they were.
That's right. And I can remember when lunchroom, before there were lunchrooms in Cobb County, you took your lunch to school. And then when I was in Smyrna, they begun to have a lunchroom, and the lunch cost 5 cents a day.
Oh my goodness. It costs a lot more now. How much does it cost? $2?
$1.75, and then with the a la carte and everything, it's $2.75.
Yeah.
More.
Prices have gone from a nickel to almost $3.
Can we have it back?
Time to go back in time. Well, tell me, what did Miss Charlotte like to do when she wasn't teaching? Did she have hobbies?
Oh yes, she loved to read. She was an avid reader, and she particularly liked history, and she liked to do all kinds of handwork and paint. She painted china beautifully,
Oh,
and she has much beautiful china that she painted.
how about that?
And she liked to play all sorts of games.
Let's see, favorite foods? Did she have, I'm trying to think what the students might want to know about her. Did she have some favorite foods?
Yes, her favorite, she liked chocolate. She liked chocolate cake. But she was a wonderful eater. She ate everything. But that was a little different for me. I was puny and little, and I didn't like everything, but she liked everything there was to eat. But she particularly liked chocolate.
I think lots of teachers like chocolate. Chocolate cake, how about that?
But she was chubby and plump.
It's all right. Pleasingly plump. It's a good thing to be. Tabitha, you have other questions?
I think you actually covered a lot of them. Yep.
So let's see. What would Charlotte want to tell the students of McClure, you think? Or what would you, as Charlotte's sister, want to tell the teachers and the parents and the children at McClure Middle School?
I think Charlotte would tell them that they have such a beautiful facility to work in, and that there are so many opportunities for them, and for them to take full advantage of every opportunity and do the very best that they could possibly do to make a worthwhile life.
I think that's great advice. Anything else you want to say while I've got this camera rolling? Then we'll put it away, take the grand tour.
I would like to say thank you for the privilege of visiting the school, and thank you for the privilege of the school being named for her. And I think that they have a wonderful principal to guide them, and I just hope that you'll have a most everything. But